Well, here we are, guys. Week 11. MyStatsLab Problem 2 example from Chapter 14. Yes, your last chapter. We're almost done. Woohoo! So let's get on with it. In this problem states several studies have found that the frequency with which shoppers browse internet retailers is related to the frequency with which they actually purchase products and or services online. The data in the table show the age of the respondents and their answer to the question, how many minutes do you browse online retailers per week? So here's our data, age, and the browsing time. Part of A of our problem asks us to create a scatter plot. So let's go ahead and do that. For that, we'll go to the Insert tab, and over here we have Scatter. And we're going to choose scatter plot there, but first let's highlight our data so that it'll go ahead and make our scatter plot. So there we go, we're highlighted. Click scatter, first one there, and there we have it. There's our scatter plot. Now what does that tell us? Well, we need to know if the linear model is appropriate. So the linear condition is satisfied if a scatter plot looks straight. Well, I think we pretty much know what's going on here, right? We have a very straight scatter plot. So I think that that first condition is met. So there we have it. Pretty easy to make a scatter plot, isn't it? Remember to highlight your data first and then pick out your chart. Alright, that's part A and part B. Part C asks us to find the equation of the regression line. Well, we're certainly going to let Excel do this for us. And for that, we can go to Data, Data Analysis. We're going to click on Regression right there. Click OK. Here we have it. Now my data is already highlighted there. Y goes in first on the top, so the browsing time is in the first column. Age is in the second column. Make sure you check labels if you've highlighted your labels. We're going to let it produce this in a new worksheet. I've checked residuals, standard residuals, residual plot, and normal probability plot because it's going to ask us about all those things in this problem. So that's all we have to do. Now all we do after that is click OK. And here we have it. See if we can spread some things out here. Make it so we can read it a little bit better. Double click between the cells up here, that will spread them out to show us what we want to see, so we can read all of our labels. And there we have it. Now we're looking for the equation of the regression line, and we're going to use our coefficients right here. So I think I'm just going to write it right here. So we are checking browsing time, so we're going to say browsing time is equal to, and our intercept of 757, so 757.20 plus, excuse me, we have a negative number, so it's going to be minus 11.39. And there we have it. Here is your regression line equation. Browsing time is going to be equal to 757.20 minus 1139. And we need to put in there whatever age we're going to use in our observation. So there you have it. There's your equation of the regression line. Now part D of the problem asks us to check the residuals to see if the conditions are met here also. Now we are going to be looking at residuals and we don't have to calculate them. It's already been done for us. We check the boxes, we have our plots, we have our graphs, we have everything we need. And as the problem example asks us to check the residuals, check the predicted values, we have it right here. So here are your predicted values using the residuals as we have them here. So all that's been done for us, hasn't it? Makes it a little bit easier to deal with. Regression will do all of this work for us, so we don't have to do it at all. So we do not have to compute the residuals. We can look at the answers here. So these are the residuals that have been computed for us using those observations that we had. If you want to go back and look, our observations are here. So these ages, 32, 54, 22, and so forth, have been used to come up with the residual number here in our regression line. So all that's been done for you. So from this we can also look at our scatter plot of the residuals. And we move that over here, so let's go find it. And there it is there. Now what are we looking for here? The scatter plot of the residuals needs to tell us something. So the nearly normal condition, by looking at a normal probability plot, which we also have here, will tell us if our conditions are met. Our normal probability plot looks pretty straight. That's what we're looking for. Our residual plot doesn't look like it has any pattern to it. That's what we're looking for also. So there you have it, everything we needed right here on one page, just by doing regression analysis and checking the correct boxes so that we have the plots that we need, the scatter plots that we need, along with the residuals and their values that we found here. So when we do regression analysis and we let Excel do it for us, it gives us a ton of information, all of which can be very useful to help us. So with this information in the graphs, we need to be able to determine if the conditions for inference were met, and I pretty much think they were. You can take a look at all of this information again and decide for yourself, but there you have it. Everything we needed very quickly using regression and making one scatter plot on the first sheet. Everything you needed right there. So guys, here you go. This is my last screencast for your semester. It's been a pleasure. I enjoy doing this. I hope it helps you out as you work your problems. The great thing is you can back them up backwards and forwards, look at them as many times as you like, and tell all your friends, hey, go to YouTube, see what Doug's done for us. So there you have it. Good luck with you as you move through your other classes. It's been a pleasure working with you. So long.